Welcome back, Amador County. We're joined this morning with Harry Graham. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
You're here with Mountain Ranch Natural Products.
Correct.
And you got a nice display here for us this morning.
Right.
So you specialize in what, soap and lotions, and are these balms you said?
These are balms. These are made up primarily of beeswax and olive oil.
So a balm is used for...
Well, this is kind of like an industrial strength chapstick.
Okay, so for your lips.
This particular one is the Cocoa Bee Balm, and that's made up of...
Cocoa Bee Balm.
Cocoa Bee Balm. Let's try to get something to roll off
I like
the tongue.
that.
It's made up of beeswax, olive oil, cocoa butter, and shea butter, and no scent at all.
All right. The shea butter is so good for your skin.
Right. Well, you know, when I first got into making the lotions especially, I didn't really know that much about it. I'm not one of these whole, natural stuff all the time people.
Right.
But I did know that if someone's been rubbing something on their skin for the last 1,000 years, it's probably okay.
It probably is. That's a good
what
theory.
My
So these
ingredients
are your natural products
those
here?
are my natural ingredients.
So what do we have here starting?
Well, that's beeswax, obviously, on the end
Okay.
there. That's local bees. In fact, I do all the, clean the stuff up from the beeswax.
Uh-huh.
Then we have shea butter,
Okay.
olive oil.
Olive
That's virgin olive oil from Sabika's. It's local grown olive oil.
Sabika's, is that over in
Sabika's-
Angels Camp?
No, Sabika's is a press, an olive oil press that's in Modesto.
Oh, okay.
Right. And the other one is coconut oil. Now, coconut oil doesn't melt till it gets to 76 degrees.
Okay.
And it's usually melted, but
Yeah, that's
obviously
fine.
not today.
And this one is?
I think it's shea butter. It's either
Oh,
shea butter.
probably.
I used to have the name on the top, but it seems to have all worn off.
So those are all the natural ingredients
Right.
that you use, and then you blend them together in different blends.
Well, no, actually, I don't do different blends.
Okay.
All my lotions are exactly the same. I came up with a lotion that worked really well. So what I did was, just put different scents in them.
Okay.
Okay.
So what
it's
are
the
some
same
of the
basic
scents you have?
Well,
How about
Yeah.
common sense?
I bergamot, which most people have never even heard of unless they drink Earl Grey.
Okay.
No, Earl Grey's a
Right.
very relaxing tea, right?
Right. Here's lavender,
Lavender.
and this is fragrance-free.
Okay. Yeah,
I
some
had to say
people-
fragrance-free. Because I used to say scent-free, and people go, "Man, it has a scent." Well, the scent is the olive oil,
Right.
the coconut oil,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Peppermint.
Okay.
A lot of people really like to put that on their feet, and it's fairly strong. So I have a little disclaimer on the back saying, try it before you rub
You
it all
gonna work
over.
under my eyes and my wrinkles here?
That's strong citrus. I made that as a
Citrus.
soap for like 10 years. I called it fisherman's soap. It's
Smells
predominantly
good.
lime. Has a nice scent, and it'll take the scent of fish off your hands if you're doing it. Patchouli. Now, I make some patchouli for a private brand. I call it the Summer of '69.
Okay. Got it.
I thought that
I think
was
that's great.
a nice name. In Orange Breeze, Sally says it makes you smell like a creamsicle, which isn't a bad thing. And rosemary is a very nice, refreshing scent.
And then you have the same scents in your soaps.
Yeah, predominantly. What was I going to say? About 15 years ago, I went to England. Kimberly and I went for my mother's 80th birthday, and we rented a motorcycle in London and went down to visit my cousin in Penzance. And he had a little soap business going between in a ancestral home. And he and his buddy had rented out a stables, and they were making soap and selling it to the tourists. And I thought, well, gee, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to have soap, but nothing really, these little bars with the ribbon around them, and
right.
they didn't really speak to me.
Sure.
I just wanted plain soap that was good to use and stuff you could use anywhere.
Yeah, you have a nice sort of natural package here.
Right. Well, that's
And
unbleached coffee filters.
you have, yeah. Is it really?
I shouldn't say these things.
No,
I mean,
that's all right.
it like
That's how
trivializes
creative
the.
you are.
Right.
You'd never know. Now, your soaps are sold locally.
The sold locally. We're in many of the supermarkets in Calaveras. We started out in Senders Market in Mountain Ranch. We're in Angels Camp and Murphy's, San Andreas, Burson, Columbia. We're at the Pioneer Emporium in Columbia, which is kind of a nice
Yeah, do you
little
also
place.
go out to some of the farmer markets? That
Well,
they
we
have
started doing that
locally?
recently. I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
And then probably 3 or 4 months ago, we started going to the Angels Camp Farmers Market. It's it's a lot more work. But the nice thing about it is I'd never had the opportunity to talk to any of the people that actually use my product.
Right. It is a lot of work to go out and get set up and everything.
You don't make much money
But you probably don't. The farmers market, I love going to them because you can get this kind of stuff there.
Right.
So.
Right. Well, and also people try it out. We have all of our scents on and testers, so people can try it out and rub it on, like the smell.
Now, if you purchase something, does it come in the same size bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the exact same size.
Very good. And what do we have here? Body bombs?
Now the body butter.
Oh, body butter.
Body butter. We can call it like.
Okay.
It's basically this stuff with a lot less water in it.
Okay.
And these are very, very, I guess rich is the best word for it. Sally always winces when I do this, but it's very strong, very thick.
Yeah.
And you can see it on here.
Very
The nice thing about it is, well, actually, it's nice that it's rich because you don't need much.
Right.
But when you get down to the bottom, you have a tendency for the dip tube to tunnel.
Right.
So what you do is either bang it on the counter or put a little bit of hot water in it and shake it out.
Right.
Then it'll be almost as thin as Jergens.
We got to run to an ad break. Stick right here. We're going to come back to you after these messages.
Yep.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.